Welcome to Lesson 10.1, Part 3. This one deals with the division or quotient of roots. And the biggest piece here is to understand that you can write the root of a fraction as the fraction of two separate roots. They're equivalent. And that's going to help us a lot when we get to simplifying. Now, we stated earlier that you cannot have a root in the denominator. And when that happens, you must rationalize it. And we're going to see what that looks like. So first of all, we'll start with this example. Now, I'm going to talk us through a method that's going to help us in the long run, and that is using that property that says that I can write the root, or I can write the fraction of two roots as the root of a fraction. So I'm going to write this as 4, and I'm going to have one big root as 6 over 2. And that's important because I can simplify 6 over 2. And that becomes 3. So this whole problem reduces to 4 root 3. Alright, now we're going to use that over and over again. So let's see what this one does. I'm going to write this as 3 halves with a square root of 8 twelfths. And we're going to simplify that because 4 goes into 8 twice, 4 goes into 12 3 times. That's a 2. Alright, so that becomes then 3 over 2, and I'm going to put this back into separate roots. So I put it into fraction, the fraction in the root, and then I separated it back to the fraction of two roots, because I could simplify it then. Alright, now this is a problem. We cannot have a root in the denominator, so I need to rationalize it. And to rationalize it, I multiply by a factor that takes care of that. Now this works because root 3 times root 3 is root 9, which is equal to 3. So this is equal to 3 root 6. On the bottom we're going to have 2 times 3, which equals 3 root 6 over 6, which reduces to root 6 over 2. Alright, next one. Now I'm going to stop separating them here, and hopefully we are okay with that. But I'm going to do, when I simplify, and I'll show you what I mean. 2 goes into 2 once, 2 goes into 4 twice. I'm going to focus on my roots now. 3 goes into 3 once, 3 goes into 6 twice. I have an x here, and that becomes a 3. Okay, now I simplified the numbers in the roots, and I simplified the numbers outside the roots, which gives us, inside the top root, I'm left with x cubed. In the bottom, I have 2 root 2. Now again, you cannot have a root in the denominator, so I multiply by the problem, which is root 2, and that together gives us root 4, which gives us 2. So we have root of 2x cubed over 4, or 2 times 2. Now there's one thing left to do. This is equal to 2x squared x over 4. And we've said before that when you take the root of something squared, it comes out. Alright, so we're going to take care of that. And we're going to get an x on the outside, 2x on the inside, and 4 on the bottom. Our last one, I'm going to try and simplify first. So again, 4 and 5 do not simplify, but I can take an m out and get a square. Now we can root that. Notice a 4 can be rooted, and now we can take that m squared out, and we get 2m over root 5, which is not acceptable, so we multiply by root 5 and root 5, and we're left with 2 2m root 5 over 5. And this ends part 4 of lesson 10.1.